Known as Dr. Tea Roaster, Steve Huang's journey into the world of Taiwanese tea began over 3 decades ago, sparked by a simple search for a truly remarkable cup of tea. What started as curiosity soon became a lifelong passion and dedication to the art of tea. In 1996, Mr. Huang founded Guan Tea House in Taipei, a serene tea salon dedicated to exploring the depth and diversity of Taiwanese tea. In light of his wife's Buddhist practice and vegetarian lifestyle, Huang later transformed the establishment into a place that unites tea and plant-based cuisine. This marked the birth of Taipei's first vegetarian tea art house, a serene tea salon promoting local tea and Zen-inspired vegetarian dining. To understand this concept, we should first look at the term tea art. Originating in Taiwan in the 1970s, tea art was initially inspired by Japanese sadō, or way of tea, yet Taiwanese practitioners sought a more contemporary, less formal tea ceremony in line with daily life. To engage younger generations accustomed to Western cafés, traditional tea houses evolved by blending tea appreciation with cuisine and cultural events. This fusion spearheaded the tea art house movement, which flourished across Taiwan in the 1980s. Now, what about the art of tea roasting? For that, let's turn to the master himself, Dr. Tea Roaster.
那讲到焙茶，简单的概念就是这样的。台湾的乌龙茶大概分两个段落，第一个是茶农做茶的，做好叫毛茶；第二个就是说，将这个毛茶透过我们经过烘焙，可以烘焙出很多不同的味道，这个叫做艺术。所以台湾你要喝到好的茶，除了技术之外，还要这样艺术，那才是一个完整的一个焙茶的一个概念。茶农就好像是菜农一样，我们就好像是料理的师傅一样，我们必须要针对当时候菜的状态，还有客人的需要，我们去做出各种不同的风味出来。
By the way, Guan takes its name from a Tang Dynasty poem by the famous poet Wang Wei.
独坐幽篁里，弹琴复长啸。深林人不知，明月来相照。
Now we're going to go to the sweet dessert part. And back in the times, these are actually imperial desserts that they served to the royal family.
In its early years, Guan welcomed thousands of visitors from Japan each year, drawn by its unique combination of Taiwanese teas and the diverse selection of sweet and savory dishes. Today, the menu features handmade dumplings served in bamboo steamers, comforting rice bowls, and hearty noodle soups, all infused with the essence of tea.
So now I have a set in front of me, and let's see what's inside.
这个叫做竹香荷叶饭。
Okay, let's dig into the steamed lotus leaf rice.
那这里面的内容很特别，我们当然用糯米、莲子、芋头，最重要的是加米豆。
Diced taros. Although it's sticky rice, but it gives me a very refreshing taste. Everything here is so elegant. And this one, the Four Seasons Spring Oolong Tea with string beans.
Speaking of, next up, we're about to try a perfect example of tea-infused cuisine. But it's not as simple as tossing tea leaves into your dish. Getting that perfect tea flavor just right actually takes a lot of skill and technique.
那我们会把这一道菜叫做茶香四季蒸饺，原因除了它里面有四季豆之外，也有我们自己的四季纯茶叶，然后还有荸荠，然后里面还有皮丝。包完之后，然后冷冻以后，我们再拿出来蒸的时候就是蒸8分钟。
这个看起来很简单，我们研究了快将近1年，怎么将茶跟饺子结合在一起，你一定要吃看。这个日本很喜欢吃哎。
Very beautiful dumpling.
所以你吃的时候，等于是在喝一口茶，吃一个饺子的感觉。
Yeah, the tea, the aftertaste of the tea. Now I can definitely taste it after swallowing. And the string bean is very crispy and crunchy.
我们的冰花煎饺里面的食材有高丽菜、青江菜、香菇、荸荠，还有皮丝。那我们的包法跟水饺其实一样。然后在蒸8分钟的时候，我们同时热我们的煎台。煎台够热的时候，我们会下面衣。面衣的成分，我们是用面粉、水跟沙拉油。但是煎台的温度，所以我们自己也要控制它的火候。饼皮已经呈现酥脆的状态，我们就可以把它缠起来，然后把它倒盖，就可以出餐了。
Crush it.
这个是煎饺，冰
So
花煎饺。
gentle with the dumpling.
哎。
When my dad makes it, I'm always just stealing the sides. My favorite part of the dumpling.
这个煎饺最特别，就是外面煎饺皮很厚，我们家煎饺皮很薄。
It has a really thin crust. Really thin, crispy. It's almost like baked cheese. It actually gives me a little bit of that pickled snow cabbage flavor. Huh, it's a very special combination here.
麻油猴头菇面线，那我们是拿北港的黑麻油跟姜片先去做煸炒，然后再下所有的菇类，雪白菇、金灵菇跟红喜菇，最后会再加入猴头菇的部分去煮。水滚之后，我们会煮面线，煮1分钟之后，我们会把它捞起来，跟汤去做结合。
The black sesame oil filling the whole room. If you've been to Taiwan, you wouldn't be too unfamiliar with the smell. I see a lot of line main mushroom here. And we have, of course, the ginger, some goji berries, red dates. It's so clear, the color of the lion mane mushroom. So this is actually the #1 bestseller here in the restaurant. Like the Taiwanese version of the vermicelli, it's very thin, but it still remains, it keeps the chewiness. It doesn't soften because of how thin it is. This is a very traditional Taiwanese dish that people usually eat when it gets colder. It's comfort food at its best. It's very nourishing and there's a lot of depth in the flavor.
At Guan, there are 3 main ways to appreciate tea: the traditional Gongfu style, the elegant Guan, or covered cup style, and the refreshing cold brew. Gongfu tea involves a more intricate set of teaware and a beautiful ritual: warming the pot, brewing the leaves, appreciating the aroma, and finally savoring the taste. It is particularly suited to robust teas like Dongding Oolong. Next, there's the simple and elegant Guan, or covered cup style.
那其实我们来竹里馆也可以享受另外一种比较简单的方式，也可以叫盖杯，加热水，加的时候加7分满就好了。我们现在喝的茶跟刚刚不一样，这个叫高山茶，1分钟之后我们就可以喝了。这样子先摇一下，这样先刮一下茶叶，让茶汤能够跟我们的这个盖子接触一下。好，来拿起来，闻一下来。
This is a lot lighter, a more floral smell to it.
那这个茶的发酵比较轻，所以用盖杯很推荐，因为它很香。
And a popular cold brew style among young people.
好浓啊！